Evening, my girls. This story is called The Pirate's Picnic by Angela McAllister. It's got quite a few chapters, so we'll do a couple per night. Chapter 1. The pirates of the bad ship Scullywag were fed up. They hadn't found any treasure for weeks. "We're no good," moaned Lanky Lou. "We're useless," groaned Bristly Bert. "We're rubbish," grumbled Grumpy Greg. Jim, the cabin boy, looked around the deck. The sails were saggy, the mop was droopy, even the Jolly Roger was glum. Oh. "I thought being a pirate was supposed to be fun," Jim said to Rotter, his pet rat. He went to see Captain Bold. "I don't know what to do, Jim," said the captain. "Pirates need to find treasure and have adventures. What can we do to cheer up the crew?" "We could hunt for treasure," said Jim. "No," sighed the captain. "The rat ate the map. Oh, naughty rat, ate the map." "We could dance the hornpipe," said Jim. "No," sighed the captain. "A rat ate the fiddle strings." Oh. "We could have a swim," said Jim. "No," sighed the captain. "A rat ate the rubber rings." Then Jim remembered how his mother used to cheer him up. "We could have a picnic," he said. Captain Bold smiled. "I love picnics," he said. "That's the way to cheer up a gloomy crew. Well done, Jim lad." Chapter 2. Captain Bold called all the pirates on deck. "Cheer up, boys," he said. "Jim's had a brilliant idea. We're going to have a picnic." "Hooray!" cheered Jim. "Pack the buckets and spades," ordered the captain, and he went to hunt for his sun cream. But the pirates looked gloomy as ever. "What's the matter?" said Jim. "Don't you like picnics? We've got a whole day off. No scrubbing decks or mending sails. We might even have an adventure." "The picnic is the problem," said Bristly Bert. "Captain Bold always makes us row for hours to find a perfect beach." "But at least the sun is shining," said Jim. "Oh, it won't be for long," said Lanky Lou. "It always rains when we go on a picnic." "What about playing games?" said Jim. "Isn't that fun?" "Not really," sighed Grumpy Greg. "We have to let Captain Bold win all the games. It's a pirate's duty to keep the captain happy." "Well, what about the food? I love picnic food," said Jim. "We won't love pirates' picnic food," said Bristly Bert. "Last year we had pasties made with lumps of stewed boot and rotten seagulls." "And I got the beak," said Lanky Lou. At that moment a disgusting smell floated up from the kitchen. "Oh dear," thought Jim. "Maybe a picnic isn't such a good idea after all." Chapter 3. When the picnic was ready, everything was put in the rowing boat. They've got a ball, bucket and spade, ping pong bats and rubber rings, and a beach ball. "Breathe in, mind your elbow. Watch what you do with that cutlass." Jim told Frizzle, the cook, aboard. "Hold this," said Frizzle, and he handed Jim a big glass jar. "Arr!" Jim screamed. "It's full of eyeballs." "Those are eggs, boy." Frizzle licked his lips. "You can't have a picnic without rotten eggs." pirates looked at one another. "I told you," said Bristly Bert. "Rotten eggs. Phew." "Now, start rowing, lads," said Captain Bald. "Which way?" asked Jim. "South is sunny," said Bristly Bert. "East is nearer," said Grumpy Greg. "West is best," said Lanky Lou. "It's my boat," said the captain, "and I want to go north." The boat rocked from side to side as the pirates argued. Just then the boat heaved up high out of the water. "Ah!" roared the pirates. Chapter 4. "Where did the sea go?" cried Lanky Lou. "I'm feeling dizzy," wailed Bristly Bert. "Mummy!" cried Grumpy Greg. Jim looked over the edge. A huge whale was underneath the boat. It started to swim off fast. "Hold on tight, everyone," said Jim, laughing. "We've got a lift." There's a whale, and they're sitting on its head. "I like travelling by whale power," said Bristly Bert. For the first time that day, the pirates began to smile. Captain Bald pulled out his telescope to search for an island. Before long, the captain shouted, "Tropical Island, ahoy! I spy the perfect place for a picnic." "But how do we get off the whale, Captain?" said Lanky Lou. "Don't make me jump," cried Bristly Bert. "I can't swim," wailed Grumpy Greg. Jim had an idea. "I'll set us free, Captain," he said. He pulled Rotter out of his pocket and dangled him over the side of the boat. Oh, there's Rotter the rat. "Hold on, everyone," cried Jim. Rotter grinned and bit the whale. With a whoosh, the whale dived under the water and the boat slid back into the sea towards the island. The whale there. The pirates were so busy rowing to the island that they didn't see the dark clouds above. "Oh no, it's going to rain." "Hurry up, boys," said Captain Bald. "We'll soon be playing pirates in the middle." Splat! The first raindrop fell in Grumpy Greg's boot. Splat! The second raindrop fell on Lanky Lou's nose. Splat! The third raindrop fell on Captain Bald's eye patch. "Put out the umbrella," cried the captain. "Row faster, boys," he said. "We must get to the island before the storm comes." But it was too late. Oh no. Thunder crashed, lightning flashed, and down came lots of rain. "Oh dear," thought Jim with a shiver. Don't look very happy on there. Suddenly, a large wave flung the boat upside down. The pirates were washed ashore, dripping and spluttering. Chapter 6. The pirates pulled the boat onto the beach. "Save the picnic!" cried Frizzle, but the basket was already floating away. Grumpy Greg grinned. No stewed boot," he whispered. Bristly Bert giggled. "No rotten seagull," he hissed. And Lanky Lou did a little dance. "No beak, hooray!" Then suddenly they heard a loud rumble of empty tummies. No food at all. The pirates gasped. Everyone was so miserable they didn't notice Frazzle creep away with a jar of rotten eggs. "At least the rain has stopped," said Jim. "Let's play some games." "But we've lost our bats and balls," said Grumpy Greg. Jim looked around. "We can use sticks and coconuts," he suggested. Captain Bold started to smile. Stick and coconut, he said. I expect I'm good at that. Sure enough, the captain won stick and coconut. Then he won hunt the rat. Then he won pirate in the middle. Now it was musical pirates. I'm always very good at that, said Captain Bold. While the captain put on some sun cream, the pirates huddled together. I'm fed up of losing, whispered Bristly Bert. Me too, said Grumpy Greg. But you told me it's a pirate's duty to keep the captain happy, said Jim. Lanky Lou grinned. It's also a pirate's duty to behave very badly. This time it's each man for himself. Oh no. The game began. Jim whistled the music, and when he stopped, all the pirates stood still, as still as statues. Suddenly, ouch! A crab dipped Captain Bold on the toe. Splat! A seagull sat on his head. Blurp! He began to sink in the quicksand. Help! He cried. But none of the pirates moved. Get me out! Roared Captain Bold. That's an order! The pirates had to follow an order. They rushed to pull out Captain. Ah, I win, said Captain Bold. You tricked us, they cried. It's a pirate's duty to behave very badly, said Captain Bold. That's not fair, moaned Lanky Lou. I'm not playing any more, groaned Grumpy Greg. Me neither, grumbled Bristly Bert. The pirates sat sulking silently on the beach. The only sound was the rumbling of their hungry tummies. They suddenly noticed Frizzle, sitting on a rock eating his eggs. Maybe rotten eggs aren't so bad, thought Bristly Bert. There's nothing else to eat except seaweed, thought Grumpy Greg. If I swallow them whole, maybe they won't taste so bad, thought Lanky Lou. And before you could say, yo ho ho, the pirates made a dash for Frizzle. Chapter 7. Frizzle held the last rotten egg up to his lips and... Off! Ouch! Gruff! Gruff! The jumble of pirates landed on his lap. I've got it, cried Jim, and he snatched the rotten egg of Frizzle's hand. But the egg was slimy. It popped out of Jim's fingers and bounced away down the rocks. Run, boys, run, shouted Captain Bold. The rotten egg rolled over the rocks and dropped into a dark hole. The pirates stared at the hole. There was something glinted inside. Rotter jumped out of Jim's pocket and scurried into the hole. When he peeped out again, he had a coin in his mouth. Treasure! Cried the pirates. Inside the hole was a chest full of gold and jewels. Well done, Jim lad, said Captain Bold. Your picnic has cheered everyone up and made us rich. You're a fine pirate. Jim smiled happily. And look, he cried, food! Along the beach was a tropical cafe. The pirates were soon gobbling down fish and chips and bowls of ice cream. They paid with a big fat ruby. Hey, everybody's happy. Everyone agreed that the worst picnic had turned out to be the best after all. 3 cheers for Captain Bold, said Jim, and the pirates of the bad ship, Scullywhack. Hey, hip hip hooray! There we go. Night night, girls. Have a nice sleep. See you soon. Hope you enjoyed the story. We'll do another one for you soon. Night night.
Night, girls.